Okay. But Bradley's supposed to be dead, and he somehow isn't dead now. Um. Wow.
Who goes there? That nightmare again. I need a drink.
You're awake, Mr. Pierce. How do you feel?
Dreadful.
Did I sleep long?
The day is only starting. It's fine.
Why are you not dead?
How's our fugitive? Dr. Fuller hasn't reported your disappearance to the force, but that'll come soon.
Bradley?
Who else would it be?
Mr. Pierce, are you all right? You look like you saw a ghost.
There are things I can't explain.
Tell us. What happened?
I saw people in hoods. They had stolen Mrs. Hawkins' paintings.
Who are you talking about? Why would they do such a thing?
I don't know, but they were a threat. They've taken over the caves under the mansion. They were performing some kind of ritual. One of the entryways was under Charles Hawkins' office.
We suspect Mr. Hawkins being involved.
My patients believe the old islanders used to worship primitive sea gods. Could they be the focus of the cult?
Am I hearing this right?
So you think me gullible?
No, not at all.
What else did you uncover, Mr. Pierce?
What I'm sure of now is that the Hawkins case isn't just an accident.
And what brings you to that conclusion?
The fact that Charles Hawkins survived the fire.
I don't understand. Mr. Hawkins was buried.
That's what he would have you believe.
I have a hard time believing you.
You were there, Bradley. You even opened fire on him.
I'd remember that.
Why would he fake his own death? Do you think he covered up his wife's murder?
That's possible.
It seems hard to swallow. Don't you have anything more concrete, Pierce?
Bradley, what do you remember?
I don't understand your question.
The night we went into the Hawkins mansion. You don't seem to remember the tunnels and what occurred there.
No memory of going down any tunnel. No, we were in the manor, then,
Then what?
The rest is quite blurry. I don't recall how I came back home.
And then?
I went to visit you at the hospital and called on Marie's help to get you released.
And you don't remember the events of the tunnel?
I don't. Let's talk about something else.
I heard you talking earlier.
Why am I not surprised?
I get the impression you two don't get along.
Intrusive and not very clever. Anyway, let's get back to the business at hand.
Given the energy he pours into Riverside, I presume it was Fulla's creation.
His father's, to be correct. He was a surgeon on board the Scylla. He founded the hospital in 1904 with funds from the Hawkins family before he died and his son Thomas Fuller took over.
Two families inextricably linked.
Most island families are that way. Captain Fitzroy's father was also a seaman aboard the Scylla.
Powerful families dominating everything.
That picture we saw
Yes. And as you could
yesterday,
tell, Dr. Fuller is like
it was the
some
three
crazed
fathers, and they were all
He wouldn't be
basically
happy if he
doppelgangers for the
loses
sons, is my
I know the risks.
theory, because we couldn't see
I
the
know
peg leg
fear.
of the father.
Do you wish to know anything else?
Dr. Fuller seems to be leaving a trail of corpses. Not to mention those strange machines, chains, and tools of all kind.
Yes. I've been telling you that Fuller uses his patients as guinea pigs.
What I saw was more akin to torture than medicine.
Do you even hear what you're saying? Dr. Fuller is highly respected.
It's the truth, Ethan. And I'll prove it to you. I'm listening, Mr. Pierce.
I have flashbacks. They haunt me.
What did they do to you?
There was that Dr. Fuller and a nurse. Blood everywhere. My legs, the pain, I couldn't bear it. I was screaming. They injected me with something. I woke up at the institute. Bradley was there.
And how you scared us. You seemed demented.
You likely woke up during the anesthesia. No wonder those memories haunt you. What in God's name were they doing to you?
What happened afterwards?
When I woke up the second time, I was in a padded cell. That's where you found me, Doctor. After you released me, I got a good look at what's in store for the patients of the Riverside Institute. Hallucinogenic gas pumped into the cells. An infernal machine. Horrific medical experiments.
Impossible. Dr. Fuller would never do such a thing.
You should believe it, Ethan. What Mr. Pierce saw is precisely what I've been trying to prove. Did you discover anything else?
I met a Francis Sanders. Do you know him?
Of course, he's a patient. Or was. I haven't seen him since Dr. Fuller had him transferred to the basement.
He knew Sarah Hawkins, and that's what killed him.
What? How did he die?
I'm not sure I can explain it.
Tell me how Mr. Sanders died.
I didn't see what, but something was there with us.
Of what do you speak?
Sanders said it was Sarah Hawkins' visitor. He spoke of it like a living being.
Sarah Hawkins? Have I missed something here? This makes no sense. I don't see how it can help crack the Hawkins case.
You really think she's involved? How could she have murdered Mr. Sanders?
Francis Sanders mentioned Mrs. Hawkins just before dying. It's no coincidence.
You know, Francis Sanders was a well-known art collector. I guess you can still pay a visit to his wife, Irene Sanders.
An art collector, you say? That's probably how they met.
If you plan on having dinner at the Sanders household, please spare the widow the tale of her late husband's suffering.
I don't agree. She deserves the truth.
But that truth may be biased.
Okay, Jill,
We don't
have a
know the
good day at
bottom.
work. We'll see you soon.
He's right. We can't ignore the truth.
But it could drive her mad.
Better madness than ignorance. Very well. I'll go to see Francis's widow. Perhaps I'll find a link between her husband's death and Sarah Hawkins.
Don't end up in the hospital this time.
I'll do my best.
Let us go now and learn the truth about what's happening on this island.
Is this how I leave? Yes. You know what's happening on the island? James has cracked the case. Piers, Colden and Bradley decide to team up to solve the Sarah Hawkins case. They have a new trail to follow. Francis Sanders, an art collector and friend of the painter, who died right in front of Pierce. The detective goes to his house in order to speak with the widow about the Shambler that the unfortunate man mentioned before he died. Mass X orgy. It's a theory. I won't say it has no credibility, but the sun's come out, and that's screwing with the chroma key. Very few of those sentences were even remotely related. Nice. I don't think adding the S makes it any more of a credible solution. Or any less, for that matter. Going through great lengths to cover up the orgy with a cult, if that's the case.
What can I do for you, sir?
Mrs. Sanders, I'm a private detective. We must talk about your husband and his ties to Sarah Hawkins. Can I come in?
You may. However, before we go any further, please know that my husband died.
It's a good point, James. I'm sorry.
That is precisely what brings me here.
Oh, look, it's Cat.
Well, look who's here.
Who we haven't been told is Cat yet, but it says it on the subtitles, so well done, game, for spoiling it yourself.
You know each other.
Our paths crossed, briefly. The brave detective has a talent for sticking his nose into my business.
I bump into her every time I'm investigating someone's death.
It's a small island, detective. My island. It's better that it's you bumping into me.
You're investigating Francis' death. Why? Who hired you?
I spoke to Francis before he died. His story suggests a link to a case I'm working on.
Well, since this business has got nothing to do with me, I'll be in your husband's office, Irene. We'll carry on later.
Very well, Miss Baker. This way, Mr. Pierce. And do make yourself comfortable. It would seem that you have much to tell me. May I inquire as to when you had the opportunity to talk to my husband?
Yesterday, I met him at the hospital. He spoke to me about Sarah Hawkins.
Oh, of course he spoke to you about her. That's all he talked about. Sarah Hawkins and her paintings. Please forgive my tone. The fact is that I have not been allowed to see him since he was interned. You, on the other hand, a perfect stranger, were able to see him and even talk with him the day he died. How was he? Were you present when he had this attack? What happened?
I was no longer there when it happened. No, I was there. I don't want to say it like that. He died screaming right before my eyes. But I suppose I'll just go with that.
He started raving, screaming that a dimensional Shambler had found
I
him.
don't think he said dimensional, Pierce.
See that story again. Why have him interned?
That was when he began to convulse and twist with pain. Or terror, it's hard to tell.
I beg your pardon?
I'm not really sure of what I saw, or what I didn't see. But it's best that you weren't there.
I should have been there. What you're telling me is outrageous. I need to understand. How could this happen? In a reputed institute? And right before your eyes? Did you not do anything to help him?
It's terrible what happened to your husband, but I had nothing to do with it. I was injured, and I came across him in the hospital quite by chance.
Injured? Well, I'm delighted to see you in such fine fettle, Detective. Not everybody enjoyed such a prompt recovery.
I suppose Fuller does do miracles now and again.
Luck is obviously very kind to you. Oh, I'm tired, Mr. Pierce. I would be grateful if you could tell me what you expect of me, and then leave.
Did your husband talk to you about Sarah Hawkins' visitor? Shambler, to use his precise terms.
Well, you can imagine that's all he talked about. It's exhibited at the center of the gallery. No better place for the painting that endowed him with the privilege of such a shameful and miserable end to his life.
Hold on. The Shambler is a painting by Sarah Hawkins.
Who else to paint such horrors? Take a look for yourself, if you feel so inclined.
It is my only lead at this stage. I suppose I have nothing to lose.
Then you have paid no heed. For my part, I refuse to set foot in that gallery again. But if you're so eager to see it...
Thank you, Mrs. Sanders. I won't be long.
Okay, that went better than I expected it to. I'm also going to snoop around your house because...
Did she really care for him after all?
Dear madam, I acknowledge receipt of the letter in which you demand the body of your deceased husband. I am sorry to inform you that I cannot agree to return his body to you. At the moment of his interment, you signed a discharge, allowing me to dispose of his body as I see fit. I extend my deepest condolences to you. Wow.
The day the Shambler came into the Sanders' lives.
That's the Shambler. I've entered a reconstruction, and why?
A house of artists.
Somewhat.
Francis Sanders and Sarah Hawkins were close. Friends, even? Sanders' accession register. He wrote beside the Shambler, "Finally." What did Sarah Hawkins fear so much that she didn't want to sell the painting?
Curious.
He finally won. Was Sanders aware of his imminent doom? Was she jealous of Sarah Hawkins?
I don't think so.
She first refused to sell the painting. How did that make her feel? The Shambler. I need to see it.
Yes, but do you really? Second volume in the series covers everything from gas gangrene to trench nephritis, in addition to a precise, detailed study. The book presents some avant-garde theories. The incredible complexity of this book reserves it for medical experts. I'm a medical expert, obviously. These are all Sarah Hawkins' paintings. And that painting moved. That's a painting of his wife.
Let's see what this cylinder has to say once it's inserted in a phonograph.
Okay. Yes, I'm not sure. He's quite what I'd call a visionary artist. distorted caricatures, etc. I wonder if there's anything in the Lovecraft mythos, like the Mountains of Madness, maybe? Almost like a face. There's skulls hidden in that work and tentacles. Is that the manor? Looks like a mountain of bodies. Yeah. Yeah, I can see that. Curious. And those shapes that make up this painting, are they just blocks? Or is there more to that than meets the eye? What are we seeing here? More skulls hidden in shapes. Somewhat barren landscape. Hello, cat.
A strange Amerindian pendant. I could use one of those.
Oh my god! Oh fucking hell! Ah, I hate you so much. Ah. Thanks for that, James. I pressed a button and missed what I was reading.
For
I was so tense.
Sarah Hawkins refused to
Thanks for
part
breaking
with
that
the
tension.
to finally give it away for nothing.
Dear Francis, I beg you to give up all hope of ever owning this accursed painting. If our friendship has any meaning for you, please spare me the weight of guilt. I cannot be the architect of your fall. I beg you, my dear friend, forget the Shambler.
Another volume of the Reverend's wife's diary.
This volume spends some time on Reverend Wickwood's community. His wife expresses her worries about the strange dreams that the Reverend's congregation are having since their arrival on the island. Some members of the community, her husband included, began to speak of their vision as a messenger sent by God. She is scared that they will suffer the same fate as the lost tribe. Oh wow. I passed a skill test, sorry. It's a river. What's that in the corner? Desk drawer I can open? No. So glad these people don't mind me just picking up random items. Dissertation on an anatomical question. The work of a student in book form. Although the observations are relevant, they lack the expertise of an experienced physician. However, the questions asked allow us to imagine new ways of exploring human anatomy. Not the best way to learn medicine, but sure. Okay. Where's Bestiaria? It's kind of encyclopedia. Oh, I read an unholy book. Of monstrous and unknown creatures. I'm beginning to believe that they exist. Okay, this will affect my destiny. Cool. Occult progression.
That's twice you've stepped on my toes, Detective. Try not to make a habit of it.
I've got a lot of bad habits.
Some can be more fatal than others. What have you come looking for in this gallery?
Another painting by Sarah Hawkins.
Another painting by Sarah Hawkins. One connected to the horrors I've discovered on this island.
In before
What a
PeteSmells cat.
surprise. I'm listening.
And what are you doing here?
And you? What brings you to the Sanders home?
I'm here on business. Irene asked me to liquidate all these paintings. She doesn't intend to hang around here for long.
Why you?
Believe it or not, there aren't many collectors on Darkwater. It needs someone with a network and a means of transport to the mainland.
Like the
A choice
person
that
who
comes
imports
down
all
to
the alcohol,
Fitzroy and me.
perhaps?
And I'm fairly pleasant, wouldn't you say?
Well, we found out that it was a she that imports the alcohol, and there's only 2 people who have a network capable of doing so. One is a woman, one is a man. So that's mystery solved there. Tentacles. And more shapes that just seem to stack in odd ways. I suppose it's time to go in the gallery. Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah. Don't quite know what it is I'm seeing here. One of the deep ones from the shadows over Innsmouth, perhaps? I feel like this is going to be the place of all the Lovecraft Easter eggs.
These artifacts date from pre-Columbian times.
Ceremonial dagger. A mask. Inkwell of sorts. Oh cool, I can hide in the house. Okay, that leads me to believe that I'm going to be sneaking around here at some point. Wonder what that is. There's the Shambler over there.
The man transforms an entire wing of his manor into an art gallery.
Some rather impressive pieces. If a little twisted, to say the least. A stone that rises from the ocean, maybe? Some sort of twisted structure. A demon with 3 heads. Sort of mummified beast. Who are you? Why do you only have 1 eye? That looks like Sean Bean. That's the mask. Or an image of the mask that was in the other room. An old tablet. One still encased in some stone. Lantern oil. Indeed. Oh look, a giant one. Are these artifacts or are they sculptures made by Miss Hawkins, I wonder. Must be sculptures. Don't see how anybody would have amassed such a collection. I'll view the Shambler in a minute. Yeah, so there's a smaller one. Okay. The Shambler, I believe. Yes.
What the hell was that?
Can I run away from it? Probably not. Where's the closet?
I can't even touch it.
Right, kill me so I saw what happens. Okay, so there's no quick time event or anything like that, you just get nommed. Let's skip the cutscene.
What the hell was that?
The Shambler is painting, blah blah blah. I have... oh wow, I have some skill points to increase. Could do another psychology, I suppose. Or I could be expert, like the top level of investigation. Let's do that. Right. Ah, run away. So, what am I actually trying to do here? Because I see it has excellently programmed AI.
I can't even touch it.
So I need to find a door that's not goopy. For loss of a better word. Are you going to find me in my hiding place? That'd be really cool, actually. Oh. It looks like it's blind, but at the same time, it seems to notice when I'm in line of sight. So, as an end result, I'm unsure of...
Damn. Did it hear that?
I hope so. Hello. Can I actually hide from it like that? Like, because it should have seen me go in there. Excellent AI. Can you please leave this room? Or kill me so that I can load the checkpoint? Or both? Whee! Am I faster than it? That's so insane. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna die. Okay, well, now I know it can follow me into hiding spaces, that's fine. I'm not sure what I'm trying to achieve here. I just gotta find a door that works.
What the hell was that?
Maybe there's something to do with the painting, actually. Ow. Yeah, I'm having a room full of cases that have magical weapons in them. I did think that, but then I thought, like, what would be the point in trying to fight it?
Maybe I can use this dagger.
Come on, then. Oh, right, okay. I'll have to, like, sneak up on it, sort of thing. I thought there'd been a quick time event after it caught you whilst you were holding one. Experimentation, nothing more.
What the hell was that?
"'Tis some visitor," I muttered, knocking at my chamber door. "Only this, and nothing more."
Maybe I can use this dagger.
What the hell am I supposed to do? I don't get it. I don't understand. It's not telegraphing to me what I'm supposed to do.
What the hell was that?
How long have we been on this part? Not long. That's like my 4th death or something like that. I just don't know what you're supposed to do with the weapons. Like, you pick them up, sure, and then what? You can't get close to it to do anything.
Maybe I can use this dagger.
You were on it for 45 minutes before you figured it out.
What the hell was that?
Right, so what you're saying is it's really obvious. And I'm missing it. It is once you realise. Oh, good.
Maybe I can use this dagger.
The whole reason I'm in that room in the first place is to examine the painting. I did think it might be something to do with the painting, but when you said I've got magical weapons, I thought maybe I can fight the monster, but now I'm thinking maybe I get one of the magical weapons to stab the painting or do something with the painting. I don't know. Ah, Christ. You know what? Can I run to the painting and do the thing? Or can I have to do it in stealth mode? Right, I'll do it in stealth. I'm just getting impatient is the problem. Like, I don't like stealth games because I'm impatient. So, it's like investigating's fine. I move at my own pace. Stealth, I have to learn patterns and... which I can do, I just don't want to, is the problem I have. Ah, piss off. It has like really sensitive sight as well, for something that's like apparently blind by the looks of things. I appreciate it. I don't have a problem with backseating at all. I can always choose to ignore advice if it bothers me. I didn't even see where it went because I was drinking. Right, give me dagger.
Maybe I can use this dagger.
Hide in cupboard. That is step 1 of my master plan. It's like at this point as well, like dying has lost its tension for me as well. Like I'm not bothered that the thing's there. It's just annoying that the only way around it is to avoid it, and it seems to have quite janky AI. On the one hand, it's an idiot because look, and on the other hand, it's like really sensitive to movement when you're in any sort of sight of it. So like if there's a direct path of sight between you and the creature, it will see you whether it's facing you or not. Okay, that kind of sucked that it decided to turn around. And why oh why do you have this sort of like telepathic marker for human enemies that can detect you, so you can see where they are when you're hidden, but for this crazy beast thing that you do not have that? As if its clunky, awkward alien movements wouldn't be like easy to telegraph through walls and such. Hello.
I just made myself some pasta, so here I go.
Oh, thank you, lovey.
Dindins.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Okay.
Bye bye. It's just annoying because like it saw me then when I could only see its like one of its arm things. I don't understand, like, but I just knocked pasta everywhere. Damn it! Better clean that up before the cat notices. Ugh, annoying. I also really need a wee, so I'm going to go and do that too. Especially now I've got crap all over my hands. Okay. I don't remember how long it was when I last saw the thing.
Damn it! This dagger didn't work.
Fuck's sake. I have to try all the daggers. Ugh. Okay, so is there one specifically one that works, or is it like a certain number of tries? Oh, it's there. The dagger needs in the left-hand room, like left hand when you face when your back's to the painting, or left hand when you're facing the painting.
What the hell was that?
Right. Okay. So it's opposite from me now. So it's the one, that room across there. And which case is it in as well? I mean, at this point, I don't even care about spoilers and such. I'm just sick of this section of game. It's on the back wall, right? Okay, thank you. Oh, bollocks. Right, is it the one that I'm looking at right now? Like directly in the middle of my screen, is that the case? Under the giant gold hanging. Right, okay. Right, that, okay. Yeah, understood. Now it's just a case of how many attempts it takes me to get to it. Why is it always positioned perfectly for me to just get so pissed off with it? Oh, you know what? Just kill me. Let's start again. Come on. I cannot stand this type of gameplay. It's... And there's no, like, no way of knowing how it sees you. Because, like, it's... A well-designed enemy is one that you can understand and learn about. This is not those things. Oh crap, is it coming back in? No, right, okay. There's not even like a mechanic to manipulate the stealth things. Like, you're relying on what seems to be a completely random travel path, and you can't throw something to manipulate it. Oh, for fuck's sake, really? Like, you don't know where it is when you're hiding, so like getting out is a gamble like that. This is piss poor game design, actually.
What the hell was that?
I've been very pleased with the game so far, but this is actually bollocks. It's like you can't even hear its footsteps accurately to map out where it might be. You know what I mean? There's literally nothing to aid you in this other than blind luck like that. See, there's no way of seeing whether your left side is safe before exiting the closet there. It shouldn't be like that.
What the hell was that?
And it can just see you from the tips of its arms. I don't... That's what I'm trying to do, but every time I get out of the closet, it's in the way, or it can see me exit the closet. That's exactly the path I'm trying to take. But when I get out of this closet now, it's probably going to be in the path to the dagger or in the path from the dagger to the painting. Oh look, it walked in the room. Oh, for fuck's sake. Just get it over with. Let's try again. It didn't kill me and I don't know why.
This dagger looks different.
What's the point in developing a stealth section that doesn't need us to use stealth? Don't drag me into the painting.
What's the matter with you? You sure you won't be needing that hand? You're losing it, Detective. At this rate, you're right. The bottle will get you before I do.
You didn't see anything.
I saw you within an inch of putting a dagger through your forearm. Did I miss something more interesting?
Sanders was right. This painting is cursed.
What are you talking about?
I was attacked by a creature. I pushed it back, I think.
I think so too.
You knew. You knew about the beast.
What are you talking about? Think yourself lucky that I saved your hand, even if it was to save my
Okay,
goods.
Jay.
You mean
Enjoy.
Don't flatter yourself, sweetheart.
You can drop me off
I'm
a
talking about
couple
the
of hamburgers
contents of
if you
this
want.
gallery. And by the way, where do you think you're going with that dagger?
It saved my life. It's an extraordinary dagger.
You should talk to Algernon Drake. He's an antique dealer here on Darkwater. He'll tell you all about it. From what I saw in the ledgers, it was him who sold it to Sanders.
I live in Pa.
It's not your style to give me free information like that.
Take it as payment for being my canary. A simple trade-off. Now go see your antique seller. I still got things to settle with Irene.
Near the Sticky River, no, not quite.